Right, so you're talking about stitches in time, right? And I don't think we should be stitched to anything because of a few reasons, right? One, we don't want stitches in time that we don't know about because we're trying to get out of false time, okay? So I cut off from that. And the other one is shadows, stitching shadows. I don't believe in that, so that's not here. Now, Wendy and Peter Pan, she stitches shadow to a Peter Pan. And I don't understand why Peter Pan, as a fairy lost boy, would have needed to have a shadow stitched to him. So why did he even think? And that didn't really come out in the wash, did it? Why did Peter Pan think he needed his shadow stitched to him? So was he using a dark matter of someone natural to do his cartoon? Right? Otherwise, why would he need that? I don't know. So stitches, and that's itches too. So itches out of stitches. So we don't have any itches from any stitches, right? And I had some stitches, but nothing lingered, and nothing grew on any stitches that I ever had, and nothing's there. And the other thing about stitches is the crafting with the tapestries and what I know about putting things into creation. They used to do a tapestry about it, like they weaved it. With Arachne used to do good weaving, right? And the gods used to like her to weave for their creation, right? Is that true? That's what I read somewhere, right? So they did some kind of tapestry. The only one we've got here really that we know about is the Bayeux tapestry. And then there's this shroud, that is a sort of cotton, but it's not really a tapestry. It doesn't sort of say a message or anything, but it could be being used as some kind of false light or false sun of a tapestry. I'm not sure. So and then there's the knitting, right, with two sticks, and they knit to make wool from the spinning wheel, right, from the wool that comes out. They knit it. It makes a jumper or something like that, a pattern, and that's another way of making some kind of tapestry, and that doesn't make a light grid bridge, does it? So if it does, it's not, right? So you see all that. So is this form of making weaves gone a bit stupid because of the like they've made tartan, different colored tartans and all sorts, and they've made paper canvases with patterns, and have they gone down into the tiny of paper, because they call the paper talent, paper, right? And that's talent, like that's snaky, right? And so those stitches, there's a big chain, right, of stitching and tapestries, right? And if they'd gone back to any tapestry and weaved some thread in it, would we have noticed if they'd have tweaked a tapestry? And if they have, you see that. Because that would be important to know if they've tweaked a tapestry and changed it. We wouldn't understand the message, would we? So we'd need to know about that. And then there's all the rugs that they make. And that's another kind of form of tapestry. So are they using all these methods to create platforms and islands of false creation by using what we make here as human nature makes things to produce, right? But are they using that method to make creational tapestries like Arachnid used to make, and cheating? And if you see that, you took that down, right? And that explains about the stitching and the knit lady, and how maybe using that sort of method to put false lines into weaves. So weaves of creation, I guess you'd call it, in the name of it, right? Weaves of creation from the Empress weaves and the spinning wheel and all that sort of folk tale about the spinning wheel and the tapestry and when they ripped the tapestry and the bear film, that one, all that sort of thing, right? So there's a lot of sort of magical things to do with it, right? And then you've also got the weave of a wick of a candle, and if there's any forges on that, we don't know. You see any castings on things like that, and has it gone down into silly level of cotton and clothing, and and we don't want any dry walls of matrix rain to hit that and manipulate that because it's not part of a weave of creation. It's just part of our materials that we use for clothing and for bedding and carpets and things like that. And none of that can be used to make a false creation. Like you can't have a carpet and pretend it's a car and a pet, or and all this ridiculousness, right? So, do you know what I mean, right? So stitches, I just don't want. I don't. Why would my soul need a stitch, right? So I think, why would I need a stitch, right? My soul's here. It's wrapped around me. It won't leave me ever, and I'm nowhere else. And I'm not going into a duality. That energy came back to me, and I'm not going into a triality of three different people. That energy came back to me, and my three my two edges and my middle came back to me, and my two domes and my core came back to me, and I'm my fruit again. And there's no doubt about that, and my arc is safe inside, and there's nothing wrong about it, right? So I don't need a stitch. I don't need to stitch my core back to my two domes because my core knows my two sides, right? I found my sides. So I found my true sides on each way I've been. On every way I've been, found my true sides. I no false sides here, and no false sides landed. Only my true sides landed, and all false sides went to where the side they're supposed to be on, to the true core they're supposed to be at. So everyone's sides went back to their true core, and everyone's true core found their true sides, and no one got lost. Eventually, everyone hit their fruit again, and we all got out. So I don't know why we would need stitches, because dark matter hold us together, and we don't need any form of false manipulation to hold us together, because dark matter holds us together. Dark matter hold is the strongest force in the everything, and the dark matter that you can't see is the strongest force that exists and can hold us together to help us achieve our purpose, and it knows what our purpose is, and it is supporting us, and we know that. And dark matter hold is holding our soul together as we align with all of our edges and cores that we have lost about the place, and picked them all up, put them all back together, and became our fruit again. And that's what we did, and that's what we are, and that's that. And everything false fell off, and we did that, and that was absolutely wonderful and perfect. And we got back to our wholeness, and yeah, great conversation. But yeah, no stitches, right? I don't think so.